Champion racehorses come and go, as do superstar sires. Very few can lay claim to being both. Even less considered history-changing. Redoute'S Choice, by the end of his career, will be all of that, perhaps more. And right from the earliest days, one man's involvement has been pivotal. You had a strong influence in not only acquiring Redoute'S Choice here to kick off his stud career, but you had a fair bit to do with him being bred in the very first place.
Well, indirectly, yes, because we sold the Danehill nomination to Mr. Yassine, the owner, from which Redoute'S Choice was conceived. And funnily enough, we were also the underbidder on Redoute'S Choice's dam, Santha's Choice, when she came up as a yearling. So I feel there's some destiny in all this, and I pushed that point very strongly with Mr. Yassine when I came to buy Redoute'S Choice, or a piece of Redoute'S Choice from him.
He's been a standout of his era for his age. Can you tell us exactly what drew you to him, apart from that obvious connection to knowing Santha's Choice and selling the nomination to Daniel?
Oh, well, he's a horse that ticked all the boxes. He was a great individual himself, but it all was capped off when he won the Blue Diamond at his second start ever, which I think is a feat in itself, and a week after his first start, moreover.
Redoute'S Choice after Testarossa. Redoute'S Choice has grabbed the lead, 50 to go, draws away, and Redoute'S Choice has won the diamond.
And then, of course, that wonderful tussle with Testarossa where Redoute'S Choice prevailed in the Caulfield Guineas.
They reached the 200 and Testarossa, sprinting very fast, has moved up and has gone to the lead over Redoute'S Choice. Cassidy had to pull the whip and then pins. It's Testarossa clear though. Redoute'S Choice is coming again. Testarossa has to find. Redoute'S digs, he lunges and wins!
That was enough to make me quickly approach Mr. Yassine and sit down and see if we could strike a deal.
Since his arrival on the farm, the impact Redoute'S Choice has had on Arrowfield has been immense.
He's really something of a superstar in the Australian landscape, certainly at this time. And it's a privilege to strike a horse like Redoute'S Choice. We were lucky enough to have his father before him in Danehill. And a horse that can get you that number of elite runners, and his consistency and his versatility doesn't come often. Redoute'S Choice has an 11% stakes winners to runners ratio, which far outweighs any other stallions here at this time.
Tell us a little bit about the personality of Redoute'S Choice, your star of the stable, I suppose.
Well, he's a terribly Australian horse, very laid back and laconic. And I suppose the naughtiest thing he does is pull his tongue out to be squeezed. That's some little idiosyncrasy he's got. Other than that, he's a very relaxed, easygoing horse, and that sort of temperament comes through in his stock, and that's part of their strength. They don't use up all their energy before the race is run.
What about his daily routine? Has he got a certain routine? I know your staff would like to keep him in some sort of a routine because horses by nature are that way.
Well, the breeding season is from September to December, and during that period he more often than not serves 3 mares a day. And that starts at 5:30 in the morning. He's awoken from his sleep and taken to serve a mare, prepared to serve a mare. He then has the rest of the morning out in his paddock, then goes on and serves another mare about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And it might by that stage be quite hot, so he might spend the afternoon in his box. Yeah. And he's got, as you've seen, a big box and comfortable box, air conditioned, and then he'll serve a mare in the evening about 4:30, 5 o'clock. In the off season, we put him on the walker. Yep. For 20 minutes to half an hour a day. He gets exercised. The rest of the time he's in his paddock enjoying himself.
And he's got some mates now that are his sons, Not a Single Doubt and Snitzel. Not a Single Doubt produced the most individual winners in his first season crop last season, and Snitzel well on the way to being champion first season stallion.
That's what you hope. You hope that he might be the beginning of a dynasty. He might be a sire maker. That's the ultimate dream for any farm. And of course he's the son of Redoute'S, who himself is a great sire maker. And so it looks like the dynasty is continuing. It's early days, but it looks very promising.
Here's Beneteau winding up now in the Arrowfield colours. It's Beneteau taking the lead, drawing away in the...
Another son who has all the right traits to make it at stud is recent Blue Diamond Prelude winner Beneteau, the victory catapulting him into Blue Diamond favouritism. No matter what happens with Redoute'S Choice in the future, he will always hold a special place in John's heart.
I always say the stallion maketh the farm. We've been lucky to have a string of good ones. I don't want to underestimate the contribution of horses such as Hassanay and Flying Spur and Danzira and others we've been lucky enough to have. But Redoute'S Choice, in terms of sheer financial contribution, has been a wonderful thing for us. And we're cognizant of that.